Hi everybody, here's my first look at the front line of the weekend round Pro Division Northshore Tournament. Very warm welcome to the channel. If you are new, please do consider becoming a subscriber. Lots of tweaks still to go here, but this is a first look. Text guide link in the video description down below. If you want to get the finished tweaked versions, check out the links. Okay, hole number 1. We have tailwind here, so we can go with the rock, which is awesome because then we're not going to risk too much if we hit a great ball. Going with 3.5 topspin, 1.5 bars side spin to the right at max distance with rock level 7. Max plus 10 is the adjustment here. Max plus 10. Then we are going to be taking our shot and we're going to aim, of course, as always, to hit perfect. Playing left side here. I know the right side is an option with the thorn. Some people have been doing the max backspin. However, with thorn level 7 and below, that shot is a little bit trickier. So I'm just going to go with the rough bump here. 348 yards is going to be absolutely fine. Second shot playing with the grizzly. And as you can see here, we're not actually too far from exactly between min and mid distance. So I'm just doing a little bit of a check here. See where we are with the club range. Going to go with just under 1 bar of topspin, which we're going to put on now. I'd say 0.8 bars, something like that. Don't want too much. And then we're going to set up here for the rough bump. And what are we doing here? We do need a tweak here. I'm playing this one mid plus 10. And as you can see, just aiming slightly off cup. So mid plus 10 is the adjustment here, trying to go with a straight pull. And then, of course, hit perfect. We do have a good look at this. The speed is good, but we just need to tweak where we're aiming. We just burn the edge here on slightly high. So little bit of a tweak needed on the offset. Hole number 2, we're going with here the extra mile because we do have some headwind. And we are going with 4 bars of topspin, 1 bar side spin to the left. However, we are a little bit short on the drive here, so I would suggest going with a little bit more topspin if you can. Max plus 15. If you don't want to use the extra mile, obviously go with a driver with more accuracy, or you could even go with the rock. With the rock, however, you will need to overpower about 2 or 3 rings. So it's up to you whether you want to go for less accurate driver or you want to go for more accurate driver with a bit of OP. Whatever suits you. We are a bit short with this one though, so a little bit more topspin. If we can get into the 340s yardage, that would be good. Second shot going with the rough bump then here. 2 bars of topspin, ball guide to the hole here. We have a little bit of tailwind, but we are just before max distance of the club. So I am going here max numbers minus 0.2. And that's with a 10% elevation. So max plus 10 would have been 7.3, but I'm just taking a little bit off here and going 7.1, which is, of course, I think equivalent to a 90% slider. Perfect ball. Let's see how it comes in though. Speed is good, but we just need to adapt the aim a little bit here, obviously missing to the right. So a bit of a tweak needed there, but I do like the speed on that one. Hole number 3, very close with this one with the grizzly with its tailwind. Blue ring touching the rough here, grizzly level 7 at plus 6. 3.5 backspin, 2 bars side spin to the right. In fact, you can, as I do there with a katana, just check its max with the power 2. But in the end, I switched to a titan. The reason I do that is I can add 2 bars of right spin without getting any inadvertent extra right spin as I would with the katana. So the choice is yours, but either way, setup and the same. It's going to be win 2 ball. Max plus 15, the adjustment on this one, max plus 15. Obviously, if you're playing with grizzly level 9, you'll be setting up at plus 3 because you have more distance on your club. So max plus 15, perfect ball, and this one is going to bounce and is a very, very narrow miss. Look at that, just burning right edge, but definitely something for you to work with. Hole number 4, now we have very generous tailwind. So berserker time, and I'm going with the APOC here because it's more accurate than the extra mile. 3.5 topspin, and 7.6 wind. Stretch out. Imagine that your first bounce is obviously going to be in between the two bunkers. Max plus 10 is the adjustment. Push back up to max. Then we go with some overpower. Do not go with max overpower. You will probably fly the green. Here with this level club, I'm going with 4 rings. If you have a stronger wind though, in around the 8 mile an hour range, then you might want to dial back by about half a ring to 1 ring. Just make the judgment call on that one. Minor great, still going to be fine with the APOC, and we're rolling out very nicely there for a simple wedge for the eagle. Hole number 5, we have a hint of tailwind here, so I'm actually going to go aggressive as we did in qualifying round. 1 bar of top spin, 2 bars side spin to the left, stretch out, bullseye in the middle of the fairway. Adjustment is going to be max plus 10. And then once I've adjusted this one, I do push back up to max. Obviously, if you are using big drivers like the APOC 5 Plus, you probably won't need to push back up to max because you have more distance on your driver. If you are worried about stronger winds, then you could dial back the top spin. I'll leave that one up to you. Half a ball of curl, and we're going full overpower, and then we're going to try and hit perfect. I do believe a minor great left and great right should still be fine, but obviously we do aim to hit perfect at all times. And this one comes in very, very nicely towards the top corner of the fairway. 385 yards, which is going to set up a nice rough bump for the second shot. And we're going with the sniper here. Very, very good chance at an albatross. So here, I'm going to go with 1 bar of backspin. And let's check what the adjustment is here. We have 7 mile per hour wind. And I play this one, I think 7 rings. So I played 1 to 1. But we do need to tweak this one a little bit. This is over adjusted. Let's just check the adjustment here. Okay, so we're going 7. Let's see how it comes in. 7 is just under mid plus 5. But look at this one. Just on the left edge. So need a little bit more there. So maybe we should have just gone after a mid distance plus 5. But something for you to work with on that one. Hole number 6. And we're going with a rough bump here and a navigator, which is always nice if we can use power 1 balls. And here I go with a 2.3 backspin and 1 bar side spin to the right. Looks like more like 2.2 actually. Top of the yellow ring touching the rough. Then we're going to adjust mid plus 20. And you'll see here where I was aiming with the ball guide. We do need to tweak this one either with backspin or with the aim. I'll leave that something for you to have a little look at. But either way, top of the yellow ring touching the rough. Mid plus 20, we do have like crosswind, only a minor hint of tailwind here, but it bounces in the rough beautifully, but just misses on the low side there. So little tweak needed on that one, but still very good luck for a first attempt at hole number 6. Hole 7, we do have headwind here, so no move target, power 3 ball, 4.5 top spin, 3 bars side spin to the left, adjust max plus 10. Will take us into overpower, and because it is direct headwind, I am going to add a little bit on. So we adjust into just about 0.8 rings of overpower. I'm going to add a bit on. I go to 1.5 rings of OP here. Could go with a little bit more if you want to get nearer the green. So maybe add half a ring or 1 ring more than what you adjust into. We do bounce nicely though, and we're going to use yardage notes on this one. So get pen and paper ready. Write down your drive distance. 343, and then second shot, 3 bars backspin, 2 bars side spin to the right. Aim as best we can with the Thorn level 7. Obviously this is my Road to Glory account, so I'll be having another look with the Thorn 8 later on with better ball guide. The adjustment I do here is in between mid and max plus 15 elevation, so I'm going 75% slider plus 15 elevation. As always, if you don't know what the slider is and you're not too familiar with it, check out the Academy tutorial playlist on the channel homepage. Problem is here, I do think the adjustment is good. However, unfortunately, hit a minor great ball to the right. However, looking at this one, the speed is good. I do believe perfect ball would have been in with that one. Hole number 8, going with a katana. Blue ring touching the bunker on the left. And I'm going with just over 3 bars of backspin and just over 2 bars of left spin. Ball guide missing the cup to the left. Adjustment mid plus 30. Here, mid plus 30. It is going to take us into the bunker, but don't worry about that. It's all going to be fine. There we go, mid 30. And we're going to hit perfect. Difficult hole here because of the downhill elevation and also second bounce wind effect, obviously, which you're going to see here as it hits the first bounce. Is a very generous arc in the air. Just missing this one to the right though. So again, nice to get a zoom in on that one. Very close indeed for a first look. Hole number 9, generous wind here. So the rock is the play and we just need a tighten. And we're going to go here with 3.5 bars top spin, 2 bars side spin to the right. And the setup here with the rock level 7 is going to be at plus 4 yards. Plus 4 yards. In the end, I decide just to move over half a ring to the right. So we're looking at half of the blue ring touching, being inside the rough rather than touching the rough. So plus 4 yards here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go mid plus 10. And with the rock level 7, that is 1-on-1. So 5.9 wind gives me 5.9 rings. Pay attention to the curl here. So look at the gap between the triangle and the ball. Be careful not to put any unintentional overpower on the shot. And we do want to hit perfect. And this one comes in very, very nicely. Obviously, slightly stronger wind is going to give us more distance, but we're still fine here with 350 yards. Second shot, no spin. Okay, we do have tailwind here. Sometimes you're going to get slight right to left. Sometimes you're going to get slight left to right. All depends what wind angle you're going to get and the position after you drive. But either way, I want to be going with no spin. Leave the ball guide a few squares short of pin. And here we are going to go just before max plus 5. Because we're not quite at max distance of clubs. So I go max plus 5. But I do, I think, take 1 decimal off. But the important thing here is obviously aim as best you can. But remember to leave that ball guide short. Otherwise you will come in too hot. Now let's see where we go here. We do get a zoom in, but sadly just burning the right edge. So not bad though. Little tweak needed there, but still a good chance for an albatross. Back 9 coming up soon. See you soon.